All right. Joel, are you there? Joel? Can't hear you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a quick recap of last
Looks like we got
week's.
Chris.
Yep. I'm going to do a quick recap of last week's session. So the first three characters you sort of met in a joint endeavor to track down information about items that you had lost. You kind of all arrived at an orc at a tavern, and he sort of conveyed to you that the items were stolen sort of in conjunction with the Thieves Guild, a guild that Joel's character Mist had once been a part of over 200 years ago. And so you guys took a little bit of a journey to one of the main capitals on the continent that we're on, and you're making your ways to the entrance of the Thieves Guild, or at least the entrance that Mist knew was there at one point in time. Some ruffians tried to mug you in an alleyway, and you had a little of a tussle, killing two of them, and then two ran off. And you guys have sort of decided to rest for just a little bit to sort of regain yourselves, and prepare some spells if you could. Also, for Dusty, the world that you're in, it's medieval fantasy world. There is magic, but a lot of that magic is being snuffed out. A government sort of formed by the Minotaurs and the Dwarves is eliminating magic users except for their own private use. They're also eliminating people who are of the Fey races, the magical races, because they don't want anyone doing magic that's not them. There was a 200-year war that happened, and that war is recently over as most of the rebellion has been snuffed out. There are still some cell units around of the rebellion, but they're really not terribly active because they're not really in force. The government's power has been waning recently, but no one really knows why that's happening. There's some unforeseen forces that are acting against them. But that's sort of where we are in the world now. So at this point, we're going to do some quick character introduction for you, so you can tell us about your character and how the other characters might know your character. For reference, their characters are going to run into your character in this city pretty soon. So your character will be in this sort of main capital for one reason or another. So let's find out about your character. We'll start off with your character's name and age.
So my character Lugus, I guess I didn't really think about age. Let's go with the same age as me, 39.
All right, cool.
Um,
And so,
let's see. So he's human.
all right. Will you spell Lugus for us?
Go ahead. Lugus.
Okay. And you're human?
Yes, human.
Okay, cool. And then what is your gender and your class?
He's male. Fighter class.
Yep. Okay, cool. And then give us a description of what he looks like.
He's kind of he's going to be a well built, just scarred up hard fella. You can tell that he's been through a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
He's got he'll have red hair. Generally, when fighting, he'll have the battered helm
Okay.
on. Just basically his clothing and armor basically depict that he's been there and done that before. So
Okay, cool. All right. And what weapon are you using?
I'm gonna use a two-handed axe.
All right. And now um, that axe is sort of a special, one of a kind axe. So where did it come from, and how did you attain it?
That fix it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume Dusty is
Where did it
still
come
going,
from,
and I cannot see.
and what now?
Where did it come from, and how did you attain it? Like, how was it forged, or what did you get it off an enemy? Like, where did you come by this sort of special axe that you have?
Well, yeah, he killed it,
He might have gotten
an
picked.
enemy, and took it from him.
He may have gotten
I
picked.
imagine, and it was let's just say it came it came from a place where he was trained, and
Okay.
he killed his trainer,
Okay.
and so at that point it was handed down to him.
All right. Cool. Cool. Awesome. And what did this trainer have a name? Do we have a name for the trainer?
I don't have a name for the trainer as of yet.
Pickle Rick. No.
You can go with Angus.
Angus. All right. All right. Cool. Um,
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. All right. Cool. Awesome. Now, was anyone upset that you killed Angus?
No, because this is the way.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So definitely a like a warrior tribe mentality um, for the fighters. Then.
Yes, very
All right.
much so.
All
Very
right.
much so.
Cool. Now, what what was the culture like in where you grew up? Where you grew up with humans? Did you grow up with a pretty normal set of humans, or was it sort of a separatist group?
No, no. I would say a normal for their area
Yeah.
set of
Okay.
humans. They abide by a different set of rules than than other folk.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, Definitely warrior caste. Um, I would say um, somewhat of a a race of humans that others only kind of come and into their lands when they need the favor of something killing,
Yeah. Okay. So they're kind
something to
of
be killed.
like the Highlands or whatever, maybe.
So they could be, pretty much mercenaries for hire.
Okay.
And that's how they live their lives.
All right. So they're all mercs. Yep. All right. Cool. And do you have a religion?
Um, no, not really.
No religion. Okay. Cool.
Battle is their religion.
Right. Cool. And what's your alignment?
Um, Alignments. I'm gonna go with good.
Yep. Okay. Cool. And
Generally,
what is
generally good.
what is your character's goal? What's your character searching for? What is their purpose in life at the moment?
Um, I guess to find his match in battle.
Okay.
You
All right.
know, and along that journey, make his means the way that he can. You know,
All right. Cool. Awesome.
which is generally swinging his axe.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. And another question. Recently, your character has had something of value stolen from him. What was that item?
Um, hmm. I'm gonna say that um, in his culture, once you reach the ability to be trained, they give you let's say a a torque of sorts to notify that you are in training now, and that was stolen.
Okay. All right. So what does that look like?
So is it just like a braided a braided brass um necklace with wolves' heads on the end.
Okay. Cool. And the brass that's made from. Is there anything special about that brass? Is it forged in a certain area, or does the metal itself come from a special place?
It comes from that. It just comes from that homeland,
Okay.
and generally only there, and that's why they use it
Okay.
as opposed to other metals.
All right. Cool. All right. Um. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do bonds. Before we can do that, you need to know a little bit about other characters. All right. So, all right. So with the other characters, Joel's character, his name is Mist. He's a thief human male. He's well over 200 years old, but he's only been in this timeline for about 6 months. He's sort of from the past. He's about 6 foot tall, little lanky, wears a cloak, keeps himself kind of hidden. He uses a black rapier that kind of glows orange at times. Pretty fancy looking. He doesn't have any religion, and his alignment is a mystery. He he's got some like parental issues potentially, but his sort of business is information trading and general thievery, which he doesn't necessarily have to do. He doesn't need the money. I think it's just something he likes to do.
Yeah.
Then you've got Chris's character, Finn, or Phineas Flannery Funderbuck, if you will, but everyone calls him Finn. He's an elf wizard male. He's
Nice.
Yep, he's lean with red hair. He wears a sort of like worn, tattered clothing to help him sort of blend in. He's got a staff that he carries around. Because he is an elf, he is one of the races that would be hunted down. So he keeps himself pretty covered so that no one can see that. His parents are missing. I don't know if your character will know that or not, but as a player, his characters are missing. His parents are missing, and that's one of the things that sort of drives him forward. He's 127 years old, but he's young for an elf. So I mean, that's maybe the equivalent of early 20s in elf years. He has sort of the goal of he's looking for alliances, and he's looking for clues about his parents, and he's looking to learn more about magic as a craft. Then we have Jeff's character, Aram. He's 25 years old. He is sort of an ex-cult member, if you will. He was a part of a religious tribe that didn't believe in violence. They were a nomadic tribe, and their sort of single-handed goal is spreading their religion. He's a barbarian. He's a human male. He's 65. Is that correct? Yeah, 65. Or 6'5". He's 25, but 6'5". Sorry, numbers. He uses a very large claymore. He's still sort of recently excommunicated from his religion for taking up arms against an assailant. So he's naive about the world, but he's trying to learn more about it. That's that and just getting from one meal to the
And
next.
he liked it.
Yeah, he liked it. He's got yep. All right. And so that's where we are now. Bonds are the ways in which your character knows the other characters. If you look at your sheet, sort of on the right hand side, I think probably towards the middle, there's a section called bonds, and there's some little written out things there where you can fill in people's names. And then, so you'll put people's names in those slots. You'll tell me what they are, and then we'll talk about what that means after we read them out. So if you guys could write a bond for Dusty's character, Lugus, and Dusty, if you could write bonds for their characters as well.
Let's see. I believe I've got a bond.
All right. Let's give a minute for all the writings. Okay.
Now, Chris's character is Finn, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. And Joel's character is Mist with a Y, M-Y-S-T. And Jeff's character is Aram, A-R-A-M. And any sort of connection you have to Mist will be less than 6 months old. You could have connections with the other two dating back further, but be mindful that also Jeff's character was in a cult, so you probably wouldn't have a lot of interaction with him unless you interacted with the cult in some degree.
I've got two, but
All right.
what was the story behind? Give me Mist's story one more time.
So Mist is a thief. He's recently, so he and this is sort of player knowledge, not character knowledge. So your character may not know this, but a lot of things sort of happened to Mist in another campaign, and he was propelled 200 years into the future, which is now the current present. But he's only been back in this timeline for about 6 months. But he's a thief, and his profession is thieving and collecting information and finding things out. Now, the other three characters have also had something of value stolen from them. This is sort of why you're all sort of on the same quest, or how you found yourself in the same quest, anyways. So.
Okay, so in Aram, he was of a cult before that did not practice violence, but he is now practicing violence.
Yep.
And that's his story now, right?
Yep.
With a giant claymore. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Then, okay, I think I have. Okay.
All right. Cool.
I think I've got it. My bonds.
All right.
Okay.
So go ahead and give us your first bond.
Okay, so I'm new to this part, so I have kind of my idea where their names go.
Yeah.
In the bonds.
Yep.
Now I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So like the first one was that someone owes me what their life, whether they admit it or not. So, who are you throwing in that spot?
I had one of my little ones come running through.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Okay, so the first bond, I have sworn to protect Finn.
Okay. Okay. All right. And so why is that?
The second.
Well, hold on.
And do I elaborate on that?
Yeah.
one,
So
I guess?
we'll elaborate some. Oh, yeah, Chris is typing.
You there?
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Well, let's ask. We'll ask Finn. First of all, do you know that he's sworn to?
Do I owe the very first spot?
Yeah. Well, no. We'll ask. We'll ask Finn about your bond.
Dylan
So Finn,
or Ray?
are you aware that that Lucas has sworn to protect your life?
Oh.
I am not aware. I don't think, but I think what may
Yeah,
have
the first
happened
spot.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit of lag.
I can't tell who's lagging. Is it me or is it him or is it?
Yeah, all I've got is the. I don't have anything in the owes me their life.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to one there. You can.
Why have I sworn to protect Finn?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that. I chose to swear to protect Finn, I guess because
Oh.
Yep, I was gonna say it looked like he froze.
Yeah.
Oh, am I lagging or was he lagging?
It was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good.
No,
good.
I think it was him. I think we're all good.
Yeah, because I was checking my internet connection a second ago. I'm like close to a terabyte, so or a gigabyte connection. So sorry. Cool beans. Sorry about that.
How it happens.
No, I'm gonna say I think we're all having issues tonight.
Yeah. Roll 20s. Not always. It's not always been kind to me. So.
Well, they're also probably very overloaded with
Oh.
everything that's going on right now too. So.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure.
Doo-doo-doo. Did everyone remember to mark their experience in the last session?
Heck yeah, I did.
Cool. Good.
How does one do that?
It's a. Okay, so every time you roll like a 6-, you get experience. So every time you had like a crap roll. Now the lucky thing is the chat from the last session is still there, so you can kind of scroll through and see where like you had bad rolls.
Do you count the mods on that, or just the basic unmodified roll? Like 2d6 plus 2.
The modified, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you had a 6 but you got bumped up to like an 8, then that's not a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is something that's easy to forget to do, especially when you're sort of in the heat of battle. Because you're more concerned about like killing the bad guys than marking experience. So,
And not dying.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, given the way that first combat went, I think I'm probably like level 50 now. I can cast Wish, and I'm not even a magic user.
Yeah.
I just have that much experience now.
Yeah. Mm. Uh-oh. What do we got here?
Well, he did say his internet was touch and go.
Yep.
Everyone seems to like protecting Finn.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'm too dumb to know any better according to my character sheet, so just move me around to the right spot. not very bright and very naive. So
I mean, I figure if I ever get in a tight situation, I would probably just hide behind the biggest thing that's not threatening me. So that's probably why I have a bunch of fighters trying to protect me at this point.
yeah.
Oh no, there you go. Okay, I see you.
Oh, there he is.
Cool. All right. So can you hear us?
Hello.
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 Hello. All right. So we.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Okay. So where were we?
All right. So we were in the process of
I can hear you.
finding out why you have sworn to protect Finn.
So we were working on bonds.
Yep. Oh.
What happened?
All right.
Oi.
Can you hear me, Dusty?
I swore to protect Finn, or basically him and any of his race, because they were being hunted down, and I didn't like it.
Okay. Nice. All right. Cool. All right. So then how did you come to defend Finn for the very first time? How was it that that you met him in the first place?
You hear me?
This is great.
Yeah. I think we have about a 10 to 15 second lag.
I don't know. I'm here. You there?
Yep.
It looks like Solar's frozen.
Oh.
He's not frozen. I see him
Did you
moving.
hear us?
I hear you. He's not answering.
You there, Solar?
Oh,
I don't think he can hear
I'm
any
here.
of
Yeah.
us.
Okay. Hold on.
Should
I
we
can hear
log
you.
out and log back in? Oh, okay. Cool. I think he's got a lag.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. We can hear you. Like I said,
I can hear you.
I think there's some lag time. Hmm. Let's see.
Oh, he just dropped on mine.
Do you guys want to try doing this, the voice chat at least, via Discord? You can still do the die rolling in D20. That's how I do my games because sometimes chat's wonky for my weekly sessions.
Yeah, I can do it. I can set up a Discord real quick.
Okay.
I have
Is
it
it,
before.
It might get rid of the lag for him, and he wouldn't even have to be on the page necessarily, I guess.
All right. Let me set up a room. I need Dungeon World. And I need a link. All right. Okay, there's a Discord link. All right, cool. You hear me, Jeff?
Oh yeah, I am.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got like double
Hold on.
audio.
Yeah. Well, so you can silence audio in game.
Alright, this is getting real weird, man.
All right.
Okay, I'm muted now. Let's see, what else do I need to do?
All right. That should be good.
Check, check, check.
I got you, dog. Now he's muted.
You'll All right. Can you hear me in Discord?
Yes, indeed.
This is Search. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
And then Joel, are you in Discord? I don't think Joel's in Discord.
I don't think so.
Joel, Joel, Joel. Well, he just missed it because I'm not writing him another song. He had his chance.
Yeah. I still don't see Joel. Joel, we need to get him in the. Technical issues, so much fun.
Hey, Joel, you there? Alright, cannot hear you. You need to go into the Discord channel. There's a link in the chat and app in the Roll Up 20 app. Click on that, and then it'll take you to the Discord channel and then to general chat.
Sounds pretty awesome with him having 2 copies of his voice. I'm stealing that for an album, dude. It sounds really sweet.
I'm trying to mute myself on one, but I had to talk to Joel, so I had to unmute it.
Yeah.
I'm a robot then.
Okay, but anytime you cast a spell, you gotta unmute and then do what you just did. So that'd be awesome. Magic missile.
Do.
I don't think Joel is the link. You click it to go into. or does he have to set it up or something?
Well, so I see him on Discord. It shows him online, but I don't see him in the general chat. Is the only thing.
Okay. Does he know to click down where it has the speaker icon?
I don't know, honestly. I would just drag him in the chat if I could.
I heard somebody, but I couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but you're coming through.
Yeah, I can hear you, but try and join the Discord, and maybe that'll be better audio. Clicking that link should take you to our Discord channel.
Over.
Let's see. All right, let's see if I can send a picture of where to click. Maybe that'll help. Oh, there he is.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Good grief! I had to shut it off and turn it back on twice before it worked.
Weird.
That happens sometimes.
I was like, I use Discord all the time. I don't know why this isn't working. All right, we're good. Cool.
All right, let's see. Now he's got to get Dusty on.
Yeah, and the weird part was I could hear all of you guys, but I couldn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, we wasn't even showing you in the Discord channel.
Yeah, I know, it was really weird. Much better. All right.
Oh, the Discords. Oh man, it's like technology. It's good when it's good, and not so good when it's not so good.
It happens, man. It happens. The important thing is everyone can hear each other now.
Not quite. We're still trying to get Dusty on board.
See, I think I can only hear Mike.
Can you only hear me?
I hear you.
The other guys here?
Can hear you guys.
No,
Hear
I'm
me?
good. I can hear him too. So Jeff, can I hear you?
If you
okay, I
would,
can hear him too.
yes,
Okay.
hear my lovely melodious voice.
Do. All right, so while he's getting that started, I actually have a sequence that we can do before meeting his character. So you guys were in the alleyway, and you were taking some time to regain yourselves. So as you're in the alleyway, it's dark. Like I said, it's nighttime at this point. You start hearing a commotion, and sort of behind you, you see the face of the one guy, the really badass guy with the slender features, and behind him seems to be 50-ish men starting to run towards the alley. It looks as though he's gone and collected the rest of his gang. What are you doing?
I'd like to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds terrible.
It does, doesn't it? All right, so y'all gonna dart down the alleyway, perhaps?
Where were we? Were we in front of said place that we were looking for, or were we
No.
near it?
You were near it. You were sort of on your way to the location that you know to be sort of the entrance. But at the moment, you're just
We're
sort of-
still standing in the open where we fought the group of guys, right?
Yeah. Well, you're down the alleyway, right? So
All right. Well, I'm gonna start running, but before I do, I'm gonna kick the head of the dude that Aram chopped off towards them.
Yeah.
We're gonna take.
all right. So you're kicking it towards the people, or you're taking it with you?
No, I'm not taking it with me. That's
Okay.
gross.
Look, man, you walked around with balls on your shoes for like a time, so
That's true, but
Yeah.
that was in my younger days. I'm now over 200 years old.
you don't
I've
feel
matured.
any older. Yeah. All right. Cool.
How much time do we have before they actually get to us?
You've got seconds.
Oh, that's good.
Seconds might be enough. I want to do 2 spells. One is a cantrip, and the other one is going to be invisibility.
Okay. All right. So 1 second. I see.
But we'll have enough time to get both off.
Sure. Provided you have good rolls.
It's worth a shot. All right, the first thing I want to do is I want to basically cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
So that's a roll of 2d6.
Okay.
And get +2. Take that.
All right. Cool. So all right. Yeah, that's definitely a success. So what's that? What's the text on that for? Unseen servant.
All right. Unseen Servant. You conjure a single invisible construct that can do nothing but carry items.
Okay.
It's got load 3 and carries anything you hand to it. It cannot pick up items on its own and can only carry those that you give to it.
All right.
Items carried by it appear to be floating in the air a few paces behind me.
See where this is going. All right. So what's it carrying?
It's going to
Please say
carry
the
a,
head.
it's carrying a severed head.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yes.
All right. And what is the other thing that you want to cast?
Invisibility on myself.
Sure. I mean, why not?
And I'm going to give it the head, so as it's following me, the head is facing backwards as the head travels backwards through whatever alley we go down. Hopefully, this will be enough to get them to not follow the party members. I'll see if I can divert them a little bit.
Okay. All right. Cool. And so go ahead and roll for your invisibility as well.
Invisibility?
Yep.
Okay. Terrible. Great. Terrible.
Not bad.
Okay. Cool. Now you got some consequences on that. So what is the consequence you want to take?
Let me see. The unwelcome attention. I'll go ahead and draw unwanted attention to myself because I'm invisible anyway. And hopefully they'll notice a head bobbing in the air, and we'll see if this consequence can work to my advantage somehow.
Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. Oh, there we got. Maybe Dusty has joined us. Dusty, can you hear me?
Well, he's definitely there. He's joined video chat on Discord.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
here now.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
There he is.
Okay. All right. Cool. How can I work this? Do it. All right. So can I move this? Yeah, I can move this. All right. Cool. So I can. Can you hear me? Hello. Test 1, test 2.
Hello.
All right. We'll probably just do the voice because the video is probably going to drain on your internet more. So we'll probably just do voice chat for you. Okay. So, all right. So let's go to where were we? Where's all this stuff? My Discord doesn't look normal anymore. Can you guys still hear me? Nope. No one can hear me. How do I go back? Oh my god. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Indeed.
We're probably going to turn the video chat off.
That would be great.
Yeah. Just because it's probably drawing your internet harder. There we go. All right. Did we lose? Where's? We lost somebody.
We sure did.
I'm here.
I can hear you.
Yeah. We lost Chris.
We did. I see him.
I don't see him.
See
There
him
he
on
is.
mine.
Now I see him. Now he's there. Okay. Cool. Dusty, can you hear me? Can you guys?
Alas.
Can you guys hear Dusty? Okay. Oh god.
I can hear you.
Oh, I hope that wasn't like.
It might have been a response from about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, I hope not. Getting some like typing.
Super amazing typing.
All right. So, anyways,
What about
while
typing?
while the
You hear me?
we can hear you, but I don't know what the time delay is.
This is the greatest thing for I love.
Yeah, I know. Oh no.
Oh man. You know, if he has better phone signal, he can put Discord on his phone and listen and talk through that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it does like. Can you phone into Discord? Like not just the app, but actually use the cell
Yeah,
phone service to call in.
Yeah, I
You're
can
right. He
use
might.
my service to get right in. Yeah, no problems.
Yeah, I mean Dylan.
It sounds like he's on satellite internet. Is that what he said?
Dylan plays on a phone when he plays because the phone is better than his computer.
Try that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's got a phone that can connect, man, he can totally do that.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, so yeah, you're invisible, but you're somehow drawing attention. we'll work that out in the fiction as it goes. But yeah, the severed head is definitely a little unsettling. So, are you all sort of running in the opposite direction then? I presume.
I'm running with them, so wherever the crap we're going, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
we're going away from the 50 people.
Yep. All right. Cool. So, you two, Jeff, are you running away?
Yeah,
Okay. Cool. All right.
I'm following the herd on this one.
All right, yeah. So you guys sort of start making your mad dash down the alleyway, and with the severed head sort of like bobbling behind you in its sort of floating fashion, the severed head is enough to make about 10 or so people drop off. They're like, I'm not dealing with that. That's no thank you. So you still have about 40 guys on you, but let's say about 10 of them have just like dipped out with a big nope. Still sort of leading the charges, your sort of Billy Badass character, and they're chasing you down the alleyway. You come to a section in the alleyway where you're either gonna have to turn left or right. So which direction are you turning?
I mean, whichever way you guys go, I'm gonna have to go the opposite way for this to hopefully work.
Yeah, sure, whatever, man. Let's go left.
Okay.
Gesundheit.
So you guys turn left, and then Finn is going right. Then.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, you part ways, and as you part ways, the mass of the group is still following sort of the severed head. They're not even sure why, but they felt drawn to it. They felt drawn to the severed head, in their rage. You do have probably still about 10 guys that have peeled off in the direction that the Mist and Aram has gone. And then the other sort of 30 are following said severed head. So the ones that have followed you and your severed head, what are you doing?
Well, I would like to find an area where I can cut a hard right or left, and then kind of dismiss my unseen servant, so the head just kind of rolls in one direction as I cut and break away from the chasing group of folks.
Okay, sure, yeah, okay. So there's a number of other alleyways branching off from this one that you've turned down, and so they're pretty similar. It's all sort of like medium tall buildings. They're all sort of made of brick and stone, and it is dark, and so there's sort of ambient light from the town, but not a lot. So you cut down one, and then you're dismissing your servant to let the head kind of roll going forward.
Yes.
All right. So you do that, and they kind of chase after the head a little bit, and they're out of your sight as I assume you're still running. In the meantime, we've still got Mist and Aram running down the alleyway. They went down similar to the ones you went down. There are other sort of offshoots as they're running down this alley with about 10 guys chasing them. So what are you guys doing?
You want to keep running, or you want to stand and fight 10 gays? I don't really want to fight 10 gays.
4 on 10.
It's 2 on 10 right at the minute.
2 on 10.
Yeah, sure is.
I don't like those odds, man.
I don't either. So, let's dip down the darkest part of this alley and see if we can't get away from these gays. I think is what's going to happen.
Cool. So let me get you both to roll 2d6 for Defy Danger. If you're going to slip into a alleyway, probably that would be with your dexterity.
Oh, great. That's a 7 for me. Yay!
All right. Then what did Aram get? 9. Okay, cool.
9.
Right, the super giant totally pulled it off.
Yep. So but they're not perfect rolls, right? They're not perfect rolls. So you dip down this alleyway, and the mass sort of runs by, but the guy at the tail end, he just sort of stops for a second, and he kind of comes back down, and then he spots you. So he starts running down the alleyway, but in his haste, he didn't signal his friends. They kept running, so and he didn't notice that anyone didn't follow him. So he runs down this alley after you, this one guy, after the two of you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try an unarmed grab. Let me see if I can just subdue him.
Okay. So you want to restrain him basically?
I think so.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
why he all up in my business?
All right.
Trying to follow me and stuff.
Yeah. So roll 2d6 on strength.
Six.
6. So you definitely do not restrain him. You go to grab him, but it's dark, and he sort of slips out of your grasp, and sort of pushes you into the wall. And what are you doing while this is going down, Mist?
Is it fair to assume that he's very preoccupied with Aram right now?
He is somewhat preoccupied. You could it wouldn't be you could take advantage if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I want to do my backstab then if he's going to be surprised or occupied at the moment.
Okay, yeah. So you can take a +1 to your roll on that then.
Yeah. All right, so let's do 2d6, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9, 10.
Okay, sweet.
+1.
So yeah. Okay, cool. So you do a backstab. What's you get to deal damage roll plus dex. 10 plus. Choose 2. So you get to choose 2 of those options.
So I'm gonna deal. So Aram only failed by 1 point, right?
Yeah, but that's already happened now. That's in the
All right.
past.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna do a deal damage plus 1d6.
Yeah. Oh, you get to choose 2 because you got a 10 plus,
And
right?
then I'm going to say that they do not get into a melee with them.
Okay.
So.
All right. Cool. All right. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, go roll your regular damage and then plus an additional d6.
So that is a 7, which I really like, and a 2.
Cool. All right. You will almost murder this guy. Explain to me the. It's 2 attacks essentially. So tell me how your attacks will go.
Well, the first one I'm going to go for the legs to knock him out from under him, and then the second one I'm going to kick him really hard in the face.
Okay. All right. Cool. No. Well. Let's hold on. Let's backtrack 1 second. All right. You could use your rapier, which has +1 to attack, which would get you up to a 10 total.
Yeah, with my rapier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. 10.
And that will murder him. So
Good.
But you have to use your rapier. So then you can explain the beautiful murder to me, if you'd like.
Oh, great. I'm just going to spin in a circle and cut him in half. And
Okay.
Then, laugh at him while he's dying.
Okay. Cool.
Seems appropriate.
Absolutely. So you spin, kind of cut them in half. Where you cut them like right across the torso, I assume.
Yep, right across the belly button.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, and sort of the blood kind of sprays in a fashion, sort of on the walls and on the ground. His body sort of thuds to the ground, but he doesn't really let out any sounds or anything like that. He just falls to the ground, and leaving you and Aram in the alleyway to yourselves. While all this has happened, what has Finn been doing since he darted down the alley?
Well, with most of the crowd going in one direction, I'm going to see if I can double back and go down the alley that they went through, the left side. If I can catch up with them, otherwise I'll have to figure out where the bar is that we were going to go to. So, trying to backtrack.
Okay, all right. So you head back the way you came, maybe going back down the alley. I guess we could do some discern realities to see if you do find them as you're walking down the alley. Right?
I will do that.
Yeah.
Discern realities, is that intelligence, or was... what is it?
There's a thingy somewhere. I can find my sheet. I think it's with intelligence, but it could be wisdom. Got a basic moves list here somewhere.
Here we go.
Plus wisdom. Yep.
So it's a wisdom. Wisdom's not my best, so I get no bonus, but I get no... I'll do that.
Could I roll to help?
I would say no because you're not together, right? You don't know that he's looking for you necessarily.
But if he's really far down the alleyway and I pull the sword out, it glows orange. You might see it. Just saying.
So you're saying before that's happened, you've like held the sword out in the hopes that
well, it is out. I just chopped the guy in half.
Right. Okay. So okay. Let's roll on that. Let's roll plus bonds, I guess. So you'll roll 2d6 plus your bonds, which is 1. So
there you go. It's an 8.
all right. So and you got a 7 plus your bonds, which is plus 1.
Yep.
And so that'll be an 8. So yeah, okay. So as you're walking down the alleyway towards the direction that they went, you see a very slight hint of orange, and I guess you assume it's your companions. I don't know if you know that his sword glows orange or not. I guess we'll assume you do. So
seen it before, so obviously, hopefully it has.
Well, it doesn't always glow orange. You said it's sometimes.
No, that's
glows
true.
Orange.
It sometimes glows orange.
Yeah. So so you make your way to the alley where they are, and you sort of regroup, so we'll hold on 1 second. I think Dusty's back in the Discord. Dusty, can you hear us? Can we hear you?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, that was clear.
It was very clear.
monsieur.
All right, cool.
Can hear you here.
Oh, that was a little broken.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So let's test the lag. We'll do some quick time. Can you hear me, Dusty?
Got really quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're at like 40-ish seconds at the moment.
I'm counting too.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe, Dusty, you there? Hmm. What was that? Did we lose him?
Yeah, he dropped off text.
Okay.
I mean, off voice, and he texted. He said he's here. And then it's gone.
All right. So, anyways, you guys sort of regrouped, and now perhaps you're going to head towards where maybe the entrance is, or do you have another agenda you might want to pursue?
I'd like to heal up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Are we damaged at this point?
What does that look like? Because I think I lost about a quarter of my hit points in the original scrap. So
No,
how does that work in Dungeon World?
I made sure that we rested before the last session.
Right. So y'all
So we're all full health right now.
right. You were all, yeah. You would all probably be about full health. I mean, it probably took that guy an hour or more to sort of go and gather his people. So you've probably been sitting in the alleyway for about 2 hours before they ascended upon you. So you'd be at full health, and Finn would have had time to sort of re-prepare his spells and whatnot. So, Dusty, you there? Oh, I hear.
I'm here.
Okay, are you? You might be in real time now too.
Yeah, I'm doing big things now.
Cool. Yeah, you are in real time. Sweet.
Sweet.
Good deal. All right. Cool. So in the in all of the commotion, as you're sitting in this alleyway, a looming figure walks up behind you in the dark and says, "Hey!" And you all turn and you see Lugus, who you all know to some degree, behind you. He's walked up behind you. He is also in this city, trying to track down what he's lost, and heard the commotion that was going on. And being the man who looks for a fight that he is, was going to where he heard all the action at, and just happened to stumble upon you guys. And I don't think we've completed bonds with Lugus yet, so we can take the moment to do that now. So, Dusty, do you have a bond for Lugus with Mist?
Mist, yeah, with Mist, I said it's soft, but I will make them hard like me.
All right, Mist.
Sweet.
Do you know that he feels this way about you?
Oh, absolutely. I can see it in his eyes.
Cool, cool. So how did you guys meet then?
My bond to him was, I know that he likes to fight, and so I ferret out who's the strongest around, and I give him information on possible contenders.
Okay, cool. So you kind of gather information on uh, fighters for him, so you know each other in that sort of mutual regard. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. That sounds good. All right. So what, Dusty? What is your bond for Aram?
Aram is let's see. I was worried about the ability of Aram to survive the dungeon.
Okay. Yeah.
And the bond there, the reason why is because knowing that he comes from a cult of non-violent people, it just raised my suspicion on his ability to use weapons, even though he's of a large size.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a kind of a, I know the background of the cult kind of deal.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I mean, you guys are sort of a similar fighting mentality. You both use large weapons. Sort of both biggish dudes. All right. Cool. And so how did you guys meet?
I would say we met at a pub. I'm gonna say we met at a pub. Noticed like size fella, and recognized the use of a two-handed weapon, and
Probably started mocking my lack of ability to hold my liquor since I went my whole life without it. Because of the cult.
Yeah. Cool.
Indeed, sir.
All right. Cool. All right. So now we've sort of established how you guys know each other. And you've just sort of happened upon each other here in this alleyway, as you're all sort of looking for the same thing and been drawn to where the action is. So at this point, do you guys sort of inform Lugas of what you're trying to accomplish and maybe employ his help to do so, or how's that go down?
I think Mist would ask him what brings him here, and inquire as to why he's wandering in the alley and what his agenda is.
I was just kind of I was on my wanderings, looking for what was stolen from me, and of course being the guy that I am, heard all this commotion and figured, I'm up for a good fight, so meandered down this way, and here we are.
Then I think I will tell him that we are also in search of lost goods and have found out that it is a guild that I used to be a part of, and it's just up this way.
All right.
And see if he'd like to join us, because it sounds like he's also missing something special.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. So, you make your way sort of to where you have known the entrance to be in the past. And as you sort of come up upon it, you notice that there's no beggar in front like there should be. But you are sort of the entrance of this abandoned building. Like I said, it's missing the beggar that was once there. Now, like I said, it's been over 200 years since you've been here. So, how does Mist feel about that?
That's not a good sign. Beggars always guard the entrance. It's the sign of first alert if they are found out. So I'm going to assume they're not here anymore, but I think it's still worth checking out.
Sure. All right. So, then you are you entering the house? I assume then is that the case?
Yeah, I'll go in.
Yep. All right. Cool. So you enter the abandoned house, and as you enter, you can see. I mean, it's an abandoned house. It's supposed to look like an abandoned house, so that's how it does look. It's run down. It's pretty, looks like it's not been touched in years or anything like that. So where in this abandoned house is the entrance to the passageways?
So normally it's behind a bookshelf or behind something. It's a door that's not normally known.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
And I'm going to assume I've been here before.
Hmm?
So I'll just say that it's underneath the floorboards, under that little couch sitting there in the corner.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Definitely. All right. So you guys sort of make your way to where that couch is. Now is are there ever any traps in these places?
Yeah, I was just about to ask if I could do a trap expert.
Yeah, sure.
So that'd be a 2d6 on dex.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what's up. Oh, that's a 10. That's a 12. Yeah, that's happening.
Yep. All right. Cool.
Booyaka.
So. Yep. So you do know that this was usually trapped with explosives. They're just under the couch itself, and obviously, being someone who's lived in this environment, you know how to disarm it. So I believe you're given the option to do that with your trap expert.
Yep, I believe so.
Yep. So. So yeah.
Also, what else is hidden here?
Yep.
Anything else?
So yeah, you there's nothing else in the area hidden that you can discern and that you remember or that you can see. Just the sort of the couch and the bomb. You disarmed the bomb successfully, and if you would like, you could pocket that. You could pocket the bomb.
I totally do. I was about to ask if I could take it with me.
So you definitely pocket the bomb for the laters. So
Nice.
You go to remove the couch, and the trapdoor that's underneath, but something's not quite right. The door seems to have been sealed. It's been welded shut, and the welds look pretty fresh.
Okay.
So now you've got to sort of maybe find a way in.
It's welded shut.
Mm-hmm.
I attempt to do a detect magic just in the general area to see if anything kind of pings.
Sure. Yeah, do a roll for that. Mm-hmm. A 7. All right, cool. So you don't detect any magic right in the immediate vicinity.
Yep.
But you do feel some magic that is like connected to this place, but it seems to be pretty distant. But there does be the ever so faintest waft of magic coming from maybe the passageway behind. But it wouldn't be something that's directly behind the passageway, but something that's much further up the line.
Okay.
Yep.
I will quietly and casually reveal the
All right. Certainly, you let the group know, and they are also now aware of this information. Now, I will note the welded shut thing. It is sort of like a bar or a gate or a door. It has the same properties as any of those things. So,
Well, does any of us want to try to smash into it? I'm not strong enough for it.
rules me completely out, I guess.
It rules me out too. I don't have any much strength.
uh,
I mean, we could put the bomb on it and blow it up.
certainly.
That's a fact.
Hey, your little invisible dude, can he pick it up and walk away from you, or does he always follow you?
It has to follow me, so I don't want to give him a bomb.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got I've got 16 rolling on strength. I don't know what that'll do for us, but
I think
I'm willing to give.
as the fighter, you have this ability: bend bars, lift gates.
Ooh,
Yep,
there
bend
you go.
bars, lift gates.
Yeah,
I do have bend bars, lift gates.
Yeah, that would probably be useful.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So you'll roll 2d6
I'm
on
down for
strength.
it.
Yep.
All right, let me do this. Bam.
And your strength is a +2, so that gets you up to a 7, which is enough. So with a 7, you can choose 2 of the following. You can choose: it doesn't take very long, nothing of value is damaged, it doesn't make an inordinate amount of noise, or you can fix the thing again without a lot of effort. So you can choose 2 of those things to happen while you're sort of breaking this open.
One more again.
It doesn't take very long, or
Okay.
nothing of value is damaged, or it doesn't make an inordinate amount of noise, or you can fix the thing again without a lot of effort.
So I choose 2 of those.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with doesn't take very long.
Mhm.
And doesn't make a lot of noise.
Yep. Yeah, that seems like good choices to me.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
We don't need the 40+ ass butts following us.
Yeah. So
Hell to the no.
so describe to me how you sort of reach down and rip this thing out and kind of what it looks like.
So it's a metal plate that
Yeah.
was welded, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So being the brute that I am, I kind of went down and kind of used my weapon, I guess, to chip at it a bit till I could get the corner open, and then I used my brute ass strength to peel it open ever so slightly until we could get a good purchase on it.
Yeah.
And really give it a go. But try to do it in a way to where we didn't hear the 40 guys outside were none the less aware. So
Yeah. There's also obviously the fear that there might be people on the inside too, because it is a thieves guild. So
and indeed.
Yeah.
These
So,
are
yeah.
a bunch of weak bitches. It's cool.
so yeah, you definitely you peel it open. It does damage the door. It's not going to be fixable because it's bent. But you open up an opening enough, and you do it slow enough to where there isn't enough noise, but fast enough to where you're not sort of like there all night. So you can all now fit down inside into where the passageways are. Are you doing anything before continuing?
Now that I'm down inside there,
Well, yeah, before you enter, so you have moments to do. I mean, you don't have to enter. I mean, you could have just opened it and all walk away. I mean, it's D&D, so you have that
No.
option. But yeah, I was just giving you a chance before y'all embark any further. If you wanted to make any decisions or whatever before going in, you could.
I'm going to discern realities of what I see in the hole.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you go ahead and roll 2d6, and then we'll go with intelligence on that.
Well, my intelligence is +1, and I get a +1 on discerning criminal activity, so
Okay, sure.
it's a 9.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you peer down in the catacombs, and we can go ahead and kind of show you what that looks like. You peer down into the catacombs, and you see, sort of the vast hallway. You see some stairs that lead down into it. There's chains on the walls. There's stones all over the place. There are sort of loose stones and tiles as you look down through that you can see going through in the hallway. And there's a couple of different passageways. But you don't see any people, and you don't hear any sounds of people. at the moment.
Okay. Well, then Miss says fuck it and walks down.
Cool. All right. And does
Okay.
do the rest of you follow then?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yep.
I mean,
Do this
what else
shit.
are we gonna do? We're here. Let's do this.
Yep.
Fuck it. Hell yeah.
I would like to continue to detect magic on the way down,
Yeah.
and hopefully my keen elven eyes will pick up any danger.
Yep. Yeah, so you still definitely feel magic. It's still in the distance. You feel it coming from far into where this passageway leads, and it's just sort of like you're just getting wafts of the magic in very very tiny amounts. But it seems like it maybe concentrates as you get further in.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
Walk forward.
Cool. All right.
I will also stop every now and then and try to discern reality if I pick anything up, such as people hiding, or maybe if I see a possible.
All right. If you want, you can roll some more discern realities. You can roll for basically the passageway, and I'll give you a blanketed information as you walk through. So you roll 2d6 on wisdom on that. All right, and your wisdom's what, +2? Or plus?
Yeah.
No, my wisdom's straight up.
Straight up. Okay, so
Oh, 9.
so 9. Okay, yeah. So you you notice the tiles on the floor and the stones seem to be like pretty dang loose, maybe unnaturally so, as you're getting closer to them.
Okay. Miss does trap expert right now.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that'd be good.
I feel like this is very important.
Yeah.
And I get nothing. That sucks.
Yeah. So as you're inspecting the what seems to maybe be the trap, the tiles on the floor, you sort of lean down on one unintentionally, and you hear a click.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Cool.
And sort of you hear kind of a rumbling, and then a giant thud, and behind you is an exceptionally large boulder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. I knew this was where this was going.
Yeah. So and it's now starting to roll in your general direction. So if I could get everyone to roll 2d6 for Defy danger, you can, depending on how you can. So let me give you some options. You can run from it, and that's going to be on your dexterity. You can try and stop or slow it with strength, or you can let it roll over you, possibly with Constitution. So these are some options that you have. So you can.
There's absolutely no way to go like in a crack on the wall and let it roll by you.
Potentially, let's. You could roll with intelligence maybe to try and outsmart it.
Ooh.
I guess.
No, I guess I'm running from this thing.
So
I'll try to outsmart a rock.
yeah, yeah, sure. So if you could all roll 2d6 and then whichever modifier you choose depends on how you want to like do it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna run from it. That puts me at an 8.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you're gonna run. Jeff, what are you gonna try and do?
I was trying to see if I could find any paths that the boulder wouldn't go towards, and apparently I'm just too panicked to even notice.
Yep. Well, you got a 7, so you'll get a little something on that. And then Jeff, how are you trying to avoid or possibly stop the boulder?
I'm running away.
Okay. And then Dusty, if you could roll 2d6 also.
Oh no.
Oh, Dusty, you still with us?
Nope, he's gone.
All right. So,
He's back.
are you back?
Are you guys there?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. There we are. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me.
Damn it! What the hell?
All right.
I don't even know what the hell that was about. All right, what just happened? Because I saw everybody rolling.
Yeah. So Joel's character Mist was trying to discern whether there was a trap or not, and unintentionally set it off, and a giant boulder
Right.
dropped down, Indiana Jones style, and so you're all trying to
Yeah.
avoid it. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you roll 2d6, that'll
Okay,
be.
I'm gonna right now.
Yep.
Bam. Here we go.
All right. So
Hey.
So you have some options for modifiers. You can try and stop or slow the boulder with your strength. You can try to run away from it with your dexterity. You can just let it roll over you with your constitution, and so you'll use the appropriate modifier for whatever path you choose to do.
Shit. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with try and outrun the damn thing with my dexterity.
Okay, cool. All right. So we've got you and I think you and Aram and Mist are all running. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep.
That is correct.
And then we've got Finn, who's sort of like he's found a little like dip in the wall. So Finn sort of like tried to nestle himself in this dip, right? And he's mostly successful, but it does sort of grade you, squishing you just a little bit as it goes by because you're just like slightly larger than this crevice is, and so you're going to take just 2 damage. You can probably ignore some of that with the armor. So you just take a little bit of damage on that as it sort of like squishes you slightly.
Don't have armor.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Well, then you'll just take 2
you
damage
don't?
then. Yeah.
Right.
So and then sort of what we got? Joel's running. Joel, you got a what did you get? An 8.
8.
Yep.
8.
And then Jeff's got a 7, and then Dusty, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 12.
Okay, so it's a +0. All right. So the 3 of you are running down the hallway. You sort of get to the very end of the hallway where it opens up into a large room. But as you're nearing the entrance, the boulder does catch up with you, and it hits you at the very end before you can reach it, knocking you all forward, and you're all going to take 2 damage on that as well, as it just sort of pushes you through into the main opening. And after it hits, it stops at that wall. It does leave just enough space that the person could squeeze through. And so the 3 of you are in a large opening. We've still got Finn, who was sort of hiding in the crevice. He's sort of behind the boulder at the moment. But as you come sort of to this main opening, the main guild hall, as it were, you're going to notice some things. But before we get to that, what is Finn doing?
Well, now I'm going to follow the party, and hopefully they won't get too far away from me.
Yep. Okay, cool. So you make your way down the hall, and you sort of squeeze through this passageway. And as you squeeze through, you sort of see the rest of the party looking a little sort of astonished or bewildered. As you look into the room, there are bodies everywhere.
Fun.
Yeah. They've sort of been slashed. There's blood everywhere. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'll discern reality.
Okay, yeah, that's probably good for sure. So do
See.
your 2d6 on wisdom.
Yeah. And it didn't tell me crap.
So you don't really discern much of anything. There are bodies.
That doesn't help.
All
right.
But I will open that up to at least one other person if they want to do that. the discern realities about the bodies.
I don't think I'm there yet, so it's good.
No, yeah.
Can I spout lore?
Well, Spout Lord's
There's
Spout. You would definitely not know anything about this place. Definitely, like thieves guilds and their locations would be foreign information for you.
Okay, so it's not like
so
legendary vampires over it.
Finn is in the room. You sort of squeezed by the boulders and you've joined your comrades. So
Okay. Oh, I guess we're late, but they're really late.
yeah. The also your detect magic. You definitely detect some like heavy magic in this area. There's you detect the remnants of a summoning ritual. Something has been summoned in this area. You're not necessarily sure what, but there is that magic here.
So, does everybody else hear that? That's the boss music that started.
Yes.
We're in a terrible room right now.
Yeah.
We're in a bad spot.
That's true.
I can feel it already in the bones.
So somebody else probably should discern some realities. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I'm not going to be the first one to step into this room. I'm staying where I'm at.
I'll give it a try. Why not?
Is there any kind of like smell in the air? Does it smell like sulfur, or is it just a smell of heavy blood in the air, like coppery? Or
You definitely smell like the blood smell because the bodies have been bloodied up pretty bad. There seems to be like slash marks almost on them, and it's sort of all over the place. And it seems to be just like guild members. You only see guild members or what look like guild members. They're all sort of cloaked, hooded type individuals. They all seem to have some like various garbs on them. You might get to discern more, possibly.
Now, when you say, when you say slash marks, are you saying slashes from weapons or slashes from an animal?
You'd really have to inspect to know more.
Okay, Roger. Anybody want to give that a go? Because I'm kind of low on the wisdom totem pole here.
Yeah, me too. Anybody got wisdom?
Not good
so
at
much.
that.
Wow.
Awesome.
How bright is?
I'm sitting solid on a 9 here, so.
Yeah. No.
How bright is it down there currently?
It's a mild brightness. So it's some dim lighting. There's some torches around the walls, so you can see to some degree. Think a twilight sort of level, like dusk, or something like that sort of lighting. But you're still sort of just at the edge of the room. You've not walked like any further into the room other than just like right at the door where you were at.
Nah, mist blends into the wall like on Grandma's Boy. He sticks to it like they can't see me. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn it, man. I'll shoot for a discern reality.
Sure.
Try it.
I don't
See
know
what
how.
happens.
I don't know what the hell's gonna happen, but you know what? Fuck
So,
it.
all right. So you're gonna walk.
Here we go.
Are you gonna walk in and maybe inspect one of the bodies? Is that what's happening?
Yep.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna see. I want to walk up and see whether it's, weapon or whether some animalistic type deal. How they're damaged. So I'm about to roll. Here we go.
Yep.
Hey,
All right.
Hey.
Good on you. Good on you. All right.
it's Diablo himself. Let's leave.
Fortune favors the bold. Right.
Diablo, and I'm leaving.
So yeah, you inspect.
Goddamn that Gilgamesh.
You inspect the body. Some things you notice that are odd. First of all, the slash marks do look like sort of an animal slash mark, but not from any animal that you're familiar with. Something else that strikes you odd is that these are thieves, but they don't seem to have any thief gear on them. It seems like everything they were carrying or might have had on them is gone. They have the clothes on their back and their injuries, and that's that really seems to be it. The other thing that you notice is odd is as you sort of look around the room, you see spots on the floor where it looks like some other people or creatures have been killed, but maybe the bodies have been removed. It's definitely smaller than a human. So, maybe half the size of a human are these other spots where some other bodies were. It even seems like that the bodies that are missing were in a battle or a scuffle with the thieves before the massacre occurred, and that sort of whatever happened interrupted what they were doing.
That smells like a setup.
Yeah, does it smell like goblins?
It kind of smells like, something.
Well,
something that doesn't really give a damn what it's in front of. It just wants to kill it.
I've been here, fellas. This feels like we walk in and a bunch of shit's gonna fall from the ceilings on top of us. That's totally happened.
Well, you rolled really terrible on your discern realities, Mist. So
I'm drawing on past experience.
oh, do you want to spout lore?
Sounds like a whole bag of shit. Sure, yeah, man. I'll do some spouting lore.
Sure.
Well, I'm a absolute noob here, so I'm gonna let you guys take the calm on this one.
No lore, see? Look
I
at
need a
that.
quick math.
Dang.
What
Wow.
the?
I don't know shit about this.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Double ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Double ones?
so you're so you're so unsettled by what's going on here that it's really hard for you to recall any information. It's probably throwing your game off a little bit because obviously you know the Thieves Guild to be a pretty formidable foe. It's not like they're just
Right.
nobodies, right? They're
I feel like Mist is seeing naked goblins right now, and it's freaking him out a little bit. He's having some flashbacks.
yeah. So as we wait for Chris to get back,
Pretty much.
yeah. So, but yeah, things are not looking great in this area. But this is sort of where your quest to find the items has led you.
I am getting more powerful by the day, so there's that as I keep failing all this garbage.
Right, of course.
Aiden,
Yes, sir.
hey, grab me another beer out of the fridge, please.
There's no.
Okay, grab it. It's lunchy.
We are going to get ate up in this room.
I can only imagine.
Maybe there's something, cuddly in here.
Oh, crap.
Maybe some.
Maybe. Yeah, cuddly is in
See-
like Five Nights at Freddy's.
It just wants warm hugs, warm hugs.
These other guys might not have experience with this certain god that runs our campaign, but I do, and I know better.
It's just the warm and the cuddlies. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. So,
The only thing I have going against me is this isn't a little side campaign. This is a main story, and I seem to survive those better. So,
yeah. Yeah. Hey, I mean, it doesn't seem like there are any goblins in here.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Survey says I don't know.
In the last campaign, they fought a hobgoblin.
Yeah, that is true.
But your character doesn't know that, obviously. So,
Okay. I just got attacked by a 6-year-old.
did you roll for defense?
I did. He still won.
Yeah. You got to cut the giblets.
Right.
I got the giblets.
Yeah.
Guess he really wanted the beer, man.
I don't know what it is about little kids when they want to jump in your lap. Like the knee placement is always flawless.
It is.
Yes.
Every
Oh,
time.
gosh.
Every freaking time.
You're like, God,
Yeah.
can your knee not go anywhere else? Seriously. It's
Yes.
it's not that big.
No. It's either a knee or it's a direct headbutt, man. Either way, it sucks.
I mean, somehow if it's a knee, it's able to part the fucking Red Seas like
Yep.
Mhm.
like Moses. Like,
Have you been practicing MMA? What's wrong with you?
right in the mommy daddy button.
Gosh.
Bastards.
Yeah, I taught my kid how to roundhouse kick. She was the wrong height for that. That's all I can say. She's just run up to me sometimes, like, "Hey, Daddy, whack!"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh,
No. Daddy's
I wasn't
crippled for
ready."
life.
He wasn't really. Oh, shit, he's back. Baby, stop. Quit, you're gonna break my cheddar.
How's everybody doing with the homeschooling? No. Y'all hear me?
I hear.
Jesus Christ. I'm getting mauled. He found out that I was playing a game and that there were people involved and there might be video.
Yeah.
And he decided that he was going to fucking attack me.
Sounds
He's
about
like,
right.
we're getting this shit on tape.
Little does he know, we have no video. We just have your voice.
Right. Well, at least he bought me a beer before he attacked me.
Yeah, you can't complain about that.
Yeah. How's the bead going, by the way, Solar?
I got like 50 gallons of that
No,
stuff.
no. Don't ask. Don't encourage him.
I can't even wait to try it.
It's I got so much. It's
I'm sure that's what he's drinking right now.
oh yeah, that's I mean, you know.
So, I mean, it just so happens to be my second favorite thing in the world other than Scotch whiskey. So,
Yeah. Well, I can't do whiskey. Whiskey does not like me.
That's what's in this cup. It started
Hell yeah.
here, and now I'm right there.
Yeah.
oh my gosh. You really should have disclosed that whiskey thing before we became friends, Michael. Come on."
Yeah. No, I can
That was an important backstory piece.
yeah, I can have all the mead I want, but whiskey just I can't do it. You know.
I think we're polar opposites. Doesn't mead have a ton of carbs?
Oh
'Cause-
yeah, because it's sugar. It's just I mean.
You
It's
know me,
not-
I'm
it's
usually
not
the
wine.
one that's like, carbs are bad for diabetes. Whiskey,
Yeah.
whiskey's great.
it has very little
Okay.
carbs. So,
Well, I have I have done some freeze distilling with some of my mead. So I have some mead that's like in the the 30% range. So
Oh, yeah. Freeze distilling is one of the best ways to go with any wine.
so
I mean, but they, then again, the Irish did call whiskey Ishkibaha, which directly translates to the water of life. So it's got to be good for you, right?
right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna let
I
some.
think Finn fell asleep.
Yeah. I think we're gonna let a few things sort of happen. And Finn's gonna have to just like be hanging out in the back while this is going on.
Okay.
So as you're on the floor and you're inspecting the body, there's this rumbling noise, just this kind of pounding, this boom,
Miss
Boom.
says caw
Boom.
caw really loud.
boom, boom, and about that time, from the ceiling,
I told you. I told every one of you.
from the
You absolutely
ceiling.
did.
From the ceiling descends this creature, right? So it lands on the ground. As it lands on the ground, there's a little bit of like
Bad.
rubble that falls. Some rubble falls right around where the boulder is blocking your path. The area that was there kind of closes up a little bit with a mound of rocks.
So you've trapped us.
I mean,
great.
it happens. It happens.
Thanks, man.
Is it Carol Baskins?
Carol Baskin. Yeah.
Demon Carol
and,
basket.
and a legion of tigers. Yeah.
There's a bunch of tigers about to
Yeah.
come out and surround us.
They're tiger trolls, but no. So as this animal lands, it's you notice it's got 3 heads,
Oh, great!
and wings, and so the middle head is the head of a lion. To the left is the head of an eagle. To the right is the head of a dragon. It has one eagle wing and 1 dragon wing, and the front legs are that of a lion's. The back half of the legs are that of a dragon or great lizard of some sort, and it has a scaly sort of lizard-esque tail. It is a chimera.
God damn it!
And what do you do?
Miss pulls out a bag of exploring and pulls out rope from Pokemon and instantly teleports out of this dungeon.
Miss does not.
Miss does not.
Oh, a chimera? Shit. You said what? A lion's head, a dragon's head, and a what?
And an eagle's head.
Eagle's head,
Eagle's
okay.
head.
So, I'm going to assume the dragon fucking blows flames. That's not good.
Yeah. And you say that the front legs are you have like one I guess a lion's paw and 1 eagle's talon.
No, the front legs are both lions' paws.
Oh, you're
and
playing creepy
both
music. I hear you.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, extra fuck. How does everyone feel about me rolling a bomb at the damn thing?
That seems like a good idea. See, that's why I told you not to waste it on the door.
I would love for you to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Miss throws a bomb at the dragon's face.
Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a d10 on that.
A D10?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh shit, go for it.
I got shit. That's how it rolls for me. Yes.
You got. I mean, that's just straight.
We're all about to get after it now, just so you all are aware.
Sure. So you throw the bomb at
the
at the chimera's face. Which face? Just in general, all faces.
Middle face, so that they all die.
Yeah. So in the middle of the
yeah.
face, it does explode in his face, and it causes like a little bit of singe marks on his fur. But it just mostly makes him super angry, right?
I'm happy.
I point at Aram.
So both wings flare up, and he takes to the air a little bit and makes a dive bomb directly for Mist.
Cool.
And Aram, what are you doing?
I feel like I gotta take a swing at the thing, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
is this where I try the hack and slash that allows me
you
to
can do that.
take off extra? Alright, I'm going all in. Desperate hack and slash attack. As soon as I find the right tab to roll the D. Alright. Roll 2d6. Alright, here we go.
All right. So yeah.
That thing.
All right. Cool.
Ew.
So let's roll for some damage then.
Oh,
Yeah.
D10.
Rip this thing from face to butt. Let's kill it.
Kill this bitch.
Feed
I'm
it
in
some
a
wings.
chimera, so
Damn it, man.
Man. Okay. So but you got like a 10 plus. So you can, if you would like, do an additional D4 of damage, but that's going to open you up to attack. Is that something you want to do?
yeah, I feel like desperate times call for
Sure.
desperate measures.
Right.
You said D4.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, you're at least getting one. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Booyaka.
So you've gotten a 5 total. So tell me how you hit this thing with your sword or your fist or however you're attacking it.
Well, I got my giant two-handed sword. I'm aiming for a vital spot, I'm sorry, I forget my chimera lore. Does it have like the scorpion tail on it, or is that something else?
Yeah, this one's got like a dragon tail.
Oh,
So
that's
I
good.
try to hack off the dragon tail.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you definitely you bring down your sword, tack off the dragon tail. You definitely cut it pretty deep, but you're not cutting it off. But as you do so, it because due to the dragon tail, you kind of have to like get behind it a little bit. As soon as you hit the dragon tail and it kind of screams out in pain, it takes its massive paw and does a slash down the front of you. And so you're going to take some damage on that. You're gonna
D20, do it. Roll it.
Yeah,
Do it.
you're going to take 3 damage on that. So mark that off.
Got it.
And sort of as it comes down, it whips its tail around, pulling it free of your sword. And no longer is missed its target. It is focused on you, and so it rears back its dragon head, and it's coming at you sort of in a biting motion. But while that's happening, what is Lucas doing?
So he's coming down at a biting motion towards
Aram.
Aram
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll in to try and I guess defend Aram.
Okay.
And as he goes to bite at him, I'm gonna try and take a swing at that neck with that giant two-handed axe that I got.
Okay, yeah, so let's roll 2d6 on strength then.
God. Come on, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Bam!
Man, you got the good
Oh,
rolls tonight.
yeah.
I'll tell you what. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and roll for damage too. Roll your d8.
D8.
Mhm.
Just one.
Yep.
What is it? D8. Just one.
1d8. Yep.
Damn.
All right. And then you also have the option to roll an additional d4 of damage, but that will open yourself up to attack. Is that
One
something
D4.
if you want to, you don't have to. Welcome back.
I don't know. I'm pretty good where that is at right there.
Okay, just the 5. All right, cool. So yeah, you definitely make a slashing motion towards its dragon head. It's got a pretty thick hide on it, so you don't cut through, but you definitely make a cut into it as you're coming down. It hits the dragon's neck and sort of bounces back a little bit, but it does make a gash, and it takes the 5 damage. Yep. Okay. So, yep. It's just as a recap, a chimera has fallen from the ceiling, and it has the head of a dragon, the head of an eagle, and in the center the head of a lion. It has an eagle wing on the left side, dragon wing on the right side. The front paws are lion paws. The back legs are dragon legs, and it has a dragon tail. And we are currently engaged in battle with that chimera. The mist has thrown a bomb in its face, did a little bit of scarring. Then it went to go for mist. In its assault of mist, Aram has hacked it in the tail, doing a little bit of damage, but it has turned on Aram. But in its attack of Aram, Lucas has swooped in and attacked it sort of towards the neck. So now the dragon head is sort of biting in Lucas's general direction, while the eagle head is snapping at Aram in his general direction. What is Finn doing while all of this craziness is going down?
I'm gonna cast magic missile at the darkness.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm attacking the darkness.
By the darkness, I do mean at the dragon head that seems to have taken the most damage so far.
Okay,
Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go tell the kids goodnight.
sure.
Dang.
So 11 to cast magic missile.
Oh yeah, definitely successful on that. All right, so then what's the damage on that?
All right. Yeah, I'll take that.
All right, cool. All right. So definitely you cast your magic. What you cast the thing at the dragon head, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So got to do some maths here. All right. So
The eagle head ate the dragon's
I
head.
know, 7. All right. So yeah, you cast magic. What part of the head are you casting? Are you casting it like towards the mouth or towards the eyes, towards the neck?
Towards the eyes. I mean, if it can't see, then it'll be harder for it to react, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Cool. So you cast magic missile. It hits it square in between the eyes, burning its face. Totally charring its eyes. It sort of screams out in pain, and the dragon head seems pretty incapacitated, as it were, right now. Yep. All right. Meanwhile, what is Mist doing?
Throwing knives at the dragon's head.
Okay. Which head?
That dragon.
Oh, dragon. Okay. All right. Then you can take a plus advantage on that if you want. So you can take +1 to your roll.
Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, look at that.
All right, cool. And then roll for some damage on those.
What is that? Is that my D8?
Yeah.
Or is those special?
Just your D8.
All right. Of course.
Yeah. So you definitely you toss the knife at the dragon's head, and it embeds sort of in the side of its face, sort of like in the cheek of the dragon, and it's gonna take some damage. The knife's gonna stay embedded in its face for the time being,
Wait.
but the dragon head is sort of like it's pretty damaged. It's not gonna do anything right now, so it's pretty incapacitated. In the meantime, Aram, this eagle head is coming at you pretty hard and pretty fast. What are you doing?
Can I stop it by slashing it again?
Yeah, if you want to cut at it, you can do that.
Take a swing.
All right, I'm back.
All right, cool.
While you were gone, I threw daggers at the dragon's face, and it's now stuck in its face.
Hail to the yes.
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
plus there was some magic toasting the face
Yep.
in question, I think.
So go ahead and roll for some damage too, then.
Oh, yeah.
8. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah.
So you can cut its head off if you want. That's an option. So
Yes,
Uh,
I want
that's a great
that.
idea.
I wanted it on my wall.
sure.
Fuck that head.
So yeah, explain to me the gory fashion in which you sever its eagle head.
Okay, so I hacked at the tail, that ticked it off. It came around after me. Those guys were throwing knives and magic at it, and I kind of just went right behind its head
Yeah. Cool.
and took the thing clean off.
Nice. So yeah, definitely. You sever the head. It sort of shoots off in the direction it was facing, and the beast in its totality sort of leaps to the air. It takes flight and is hovering about 10 feet above you guys. So what are you doing, Lucas?
Fuck. What do you do here? I mean, my instinct is to like fucking chunk my goddamn two-handed axe and hope it buries itself into its fucking heart, but
Yeah.
that's just me.
Yeah, you can chuck that. You do a volley because your axe is such a large thing. I would call it a feat of strength. So you can roll 2d6 on your strength to toss your axe.
Yeah. All right, I'm going for it. Fuck it. Fuck.
Sure. Okay. So here's what happens. You chuck your axe at this thing, and it certainly is flying towards it. But sort of what ends up happening is it as it's coming up to hit it, it flies up a little bit and kicks your axe with its back feet, knocking it back down towards you, and the hilt of the axe hits you in the head, and you're going to take Jesus Christ!
Oh shit!
You're going to take 8 damage on that.
I got the shit knocked out of me. That's
right.
what I did.
Minus your armor. So I think you probably have an armor rating of 1 or 2 or something like that, depending on what your clothes are.
Let's see. Chainmail. 1 armor.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Sounds like you took 7.
Well, scale armor. 2 armor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So so minus your armor then. But certainly gonna take some damage on that. In the meantime, what's Finn doing?
You said it's about 10 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I can reach that with a quarters.
Yeah, sure. You can kind of give a poke at it.
So I'll do an overhead swing with my quarterstaff, unless I can cast magic missile again. Like if I cast a spell, is it gone or?
No, you can cast it again because you got a good roll on that. It didn't disappear, so you're certainly free to cast it again.
Then I will most definitely cast it again.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, F this thing.
Yeah. So with such a perfect roll, I will give you an additional D4 damage on that if you want to roll your. Is it a D8 or something or D10?
D4s.
2 D4s. So you can roll 3 D4s if you want on that.
All right.
All right. Cool. And where were you aiming?
Going for the head again.
Which head?
Well, the dragon head's KO'd currently, so I guess I'd be going for the griffin head.
Or the lion head. The eagle.
Lion head.
The eagle head was lopped off. So yeah, so the lion head. All right, cool.
That's right. And head.
So yeah, you shoot for the lion's head. It hits it in the snout, definitely burning its face, causing some damage. It's pretty enraged at this attack, and as a result, it starts swooping in on you for attacking it. Yep. So meanwhile, what is Miss doing?
I'm gonna. You said it's swooping down.
Yes. Yeah. So it's definitely within
it's
hitting range.
Within range. Yeah. Cool. I want to lunge at it and maybe sink my rapier into its face.
Sure.
Into the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want to see that.
Me too. Too bad my rolls suck right now. Hey, that's a 9.
Sweet.
There you
All
go.
right, cool.
Nice.
And then go ahead and roll for damage too.
Cool. Hey, that's an 8.
Bam.
No, it's not. That's a 2. Damn it. Never mind. That's a 3.
3. Yeah. All right. So yes, you'll certainly scratch it on the face. Go ahead and explain that to me as it's swooping down.
All right, so
you're going for the lion face, right? The eagle head's cut off, and the dragon head's pretty.
Yeah, so I'm going for the lion's face, and I go to try to stick it in the top of its head, and it just kind of slides down and gives it an awesome scar.
Yeah, so you definitely cut it across the top of the head as it's coming down, and you alter its trajectory a little bit. It does miss. It misses Finn ever so slightly as it sort of swoops right by, and sort of. Its paws hit the ground and it whips around, and still pretty focused on Finn at the moment of the prey it just lost. It starts galloping towards Finn. Aaron, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take another swing
Yeah, okay.
if I can reach it. Like, is it galloping away?
It's galloping towards Finn. You're sort of like maybe a few feet away from him, so you can certainly like lunge towards it if you wanted to.
All right, let's try and impale it with the giant piece.
Sure.
Two-handed sword.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay-ish.
Yeah. Okay. And then go ahead and roll for damage too. All right. So yeah, you're gonna stick
You're
it a
gonna
little
fuck it
bit.
up, is what.
You gonna stick it a little bit. So tell me how you stick it and maybe divert its assault.
I'm gonna try for that perfect spot behind the front shoulder, kind of where the vital lung area is.
Yeah. So you won't make it all the way in, but you can certainly as you're trying for it, you sink it into some muscle for sure, and it's sort of making its advance, but you stop it. It pulls back a little bit from being impaled, so it backs up a few feet and is no longer charging forward. Um, but your lunge, you had to like go kind of a distance for it. So as it backs up, you kind of fall to the ground, dropping your sword, and you're slightly prone for the moment. But Lugas, while that's happening, what are you doing?
So he just impaled it.
A little bit. He poked it.
He poked it.
He poked it.
What's that lion's head doing at the moment?
It's taking a few steps back, and it's sort of like, I guess maybe considering its options or seeing like what it wants to do next. It's sort of in a holding pattern for just a moment.
Well, while it's considering and kind of off kilter, if you will, I'm gonna take a running charge and try and sink my axe in his face.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let's roll 2d6 on your strength for that.
Bam.
All right. And let's
Plus
roll
2.
Yeah. So that'll give you a 9. Yep.
Right.
So and then let's roll for damage.
Rolling for damage. And that's a D4.
No, your damage is D10.
6. D10.
Yep.
Going for damage.
All right. Cool. So where are you hitting it with the axe? What part of the body are you going for?
Right across the face.
All right. You guys have face fetishes for sure.
Yep.
So you're definitely going to leave a pretty deep scar on its face. So describe that action to me as you swing.
I'm gonna, taking a bolt towards this guy, and I'm gonna, overhand. I'm gonna raise that double-handed axe and just stick it straight in his face, coming down, feeling the bone, and out the other side, hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely come down. You maybe graze the bone behind the skin as you're coming down. It's pretty thick. And let's see, you're cutting its face up pretty good. As you're doing so, the dragon's head, which is pretty incapacitated this time, and maybe like in a last sort of attempt, opens its mouth and breathes a fireball directly at you, and you're going to take a little bit of damage on that. You take 3 damage, and that's going to ignore your armor for fire damage. So if you'll mark 3 points of damage as it sort of hits you right in the chest with this fireball, knocking you back just a foot or two from its location. But missed. What's up?
So that's 3 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So as it's blowing that fireball, I'm gonna try to uppercut it with my rapier, the dragon's head under its chin. Try to put it out.
Okay. Cool.
So. Hey, that's 9.
All right.
Bam.
And then roll for some damage.
That's 6.
Okay.
Bam.
All right. So you're jamming the rapier into its neck, I guess.
Yeah, like right up underneath its chin.
Yep. Cool. So as you do so, and you're doing this sort of while it's breathing fire. Now the fireball got out, but as you jam it into the neck, you cut into the sac that releases the accelerant that causes the fire, and the whole thing just explodes. The entire chimera, just explodes. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Because it causes the fire to like backlog into its body, and the sack where it keeps the accelerant just ignites the whole thing. In the process, because you were right beside it when it happens, you're going to take some damage.
Cool.
So you're definitely taking, just 1 damage. Minus, don't include your armor in that because it's fire damage. But it explodes, knocks you back a few feet, and Chimera parts just go everywhere. I mean, they're just all over the place. On the ceiling, on the walls, from the windows to the floors. Yeah, just everywhere. The Chimera has definitely been like defeated at this point. As it's defeated, sort of out of the center of it, where maybe its bowels were, a paper like just kind of like flies out and onto the ground. What do you do?
A what comes out?
A paper, like some sort of paper item,
Like a squirrel?
like a pamphlet almost, maybe.
Oh, sweet.
Magic?
That's a gimme. You can detect magic. You do not detect any magic other than the residual magic from the summoning circle that likely summoned the Chimera.
Gotcha. Just want to make sure a piece of paper is not magical and possibly cursed before some.
Sure, absolutely.
I would. I'm going to gather pieces of this Chimera that I just made explode. A teeth from each head, and then a chunk of the beak to make a necklace, and then after that, I want to read the note.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you loot the exploded body.
Hey, man.
Sure. So you get a handful of teeth, and maybe a claw or two, and some beak fragments. There's not like a whole beak, but you can certainly take some beak.
No, just a piece of it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then as you sort of inspect the paper, it is indeed it's like a pamphlet, right? And you open it up, and Aram notices this probably before anyone. It is a track from his people, a religious track meant to recruit others. But what's odd about it is written sort of in large letters in black ink across the front, not originally part of the pamphlet itself. It says "Forgotten Forest." Now, Aram will know that the Forgotten Forest is where his people go once every 5 years for their rituals. It's called the Forgotten Forest because no one can seem to find it except for the nomadic people. But that's what's written on this pamphlet that this Chimera has eaten.
Well, I say that if Aram noticed this, does Aram share this information with the group?
Yeah, do I do that spouting lore action?
You can. I mean, you can tell the group the things you already know, but if you want to discern some more about it, some additional information, you can.
I would like to do what you just said.
Yeah. Okay. So you, spout lore, you're gonna roll 2d6, and you're gonna roll that on your intelligence. So.
6.
Yeah. So other than the information that I've given you, Aram doesn't know much else.
Sorry.
Yep.
Well, everyone, Miss believes that maybe we need to make our way to that forest if Aram remembers how to get there.
I believe as well.
I do, but it's a long and difficult journey.
All right. Wow. I mean, I was going to make it easy, but now that you said that, you just
I
set the
mean,
group
it's
up. Nope. You just created fiction. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Can I find any parts of the Chimera that might be useful to the wizarding world? Anything in particular that might stand out?
Sure. Sure. Why don't you discern realities on that? Yeah.
Wisdom based?
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Bam.
You know
Looky
some.
there.
You know some things. All right, cool.
You know shit.
So yeah, as you sort of scour the parts of the Chimera, one thing in particular is the tailbone from the Chimera. You you discover that it definitely it isn't emitting magic, but you know that it can be like a conduit for magic. So if you could get it to a magic crafter, they could potentially either infuse your pole with it or fashion a different item with it to give you sort of a bonus on magical castings and whatnot.
Sounds good to me. Ask if somebody with a nice, sharp, large weapon can cut that for me.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Go
And
ahead.
that's a gimme. So I'll let you have that. So that's fine. All right, cool. So this is probably a good place to sort of settle up for the session, and we can sort of pick up from here on your quest to the Forgotten Forest.
Hell,
How is it possible we did so well slaying a giant mythical beast and so bad fighting a gang of stupid thugs?
It happens every time, man.
Yeah.
It took hours to kill goblins, and when we faced off against a god, it was like 30 minutes, and we were done.
Yeah. Well, so
It happens every time.
So
and any time that you play with this guy and there's a giant room, shit falls from the ceiling every freaking time.
So no.
Don't know me. Skeletons have fallen through the ceiling. Goblins have come through the ceiling. Fae have come from the ceiling. All sorts of shit drops from the ceiling with you.
The goblins never came
Always
from the
hell.
ceiling. The goblins were already on the ground. All right.
No, I don't buy this.
The Fae were surrounding a magical circle. All right.
They came out of the ceiling, man.
The rats came out of the walls. All right. Your alternate selves came through a mirror.